Our friend Richard Ducato from the Richard Ducato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't do that at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Ducato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Ducato Companies.
Your New Year's resolution is in full swing and you are trying to lose weight. Help yourself with Calitrin. Calitrin is the safe, effective way to lose weight. When you buy 3 months supply right now, you'll get 3 months free. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it now at acetj.com/weight loss. Calitrin.
Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hello. We got it, Rob. We got it. Thank you, though. All right. Hello.
Good morning.
That's something I really started on this past weekend's Small Town Adventures. TJ and Jody's house, Small Town Adventures, or whatever we call that. Hello, little pretty girl. And, it gets annoying if you... I mean, Riggins, you and I know where from whence that came. With that Romanian type Russian accent. It was from a viral video a long time ago. Tanya was her name. Tanya, my name is Tanya, and I'm a little pretty girl.
I'm a little pretty girl, and it was about not wanting to be what she called a crappy housewife.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
so
don't
she's
want
out
to
at
be
the
a
clubs.
crappy housewife.
But it's just funny to say, I think.
Yeah,
especially out of nowhere. You're just walking down the street and you go, hello.
Hello. Hi. I'm Tanya. I'm a little pretty girl.
So, hello, TJ Fanaticals. You're little pretty girls. All right, so we're going to start today with a stupid celebrity news cast. Stupid celebrity news. We'll call it that whenever we talk about stupid celebrities. Stupid celebrities. News. Stupid celebrity news. So, Riggins, you were fascinated by this. And I guess this is everywhere in the entertainment news today is Tish Cyrus, Miley Cyrus's mama.
Yeah.
Who is she dating?
She's married. She just got
got married?
Yeah, to this guy named Dominic. Yeah, it's in Page 6. It's on TMZ. So it seems like more substantial than just a rumor. Uh-huh. They say there's a rift now between Tish, her husband, and the rest of the family because the story is that Tish's daughter, Miley Cyrus's sister, Noah.
Younger sister, right?
Younger sister was dating Tish's now husband before Tish started dating him and eventually married him. Oh. Now, Noah, she's got to be, 23 to 25. Mm-hmm. But Tish has been married probably a year or so. And this guy is like Tish's age. I mean, he's like gray hair.
Yeah, so then that's another redneck fact to it, or white trash fact, is that he was too old to be dating Noah to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And then now he's married to Tish.
Yeah. And they say that Noah is estranged from the family because obviously, her mom is dating, her ex-boyfriend or whatever, or married to her ex-boyfriend, and didn't show up to Tish's wedding.
How weird would that be, though?
It's so weird.
And it's not like, they still live in a small town in Tennessee or anything like that. I mean, these are big city people. There are a lot of fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Then you got to end up with your daughter's ex-boyfriend.
But the mentality seems to me like they just never got out of it. Billy Ray is now married to what? Fire Rose.
Yeah, hillbilly hippie is what she would be considered.
Kind of, yeah. And it's like, well, you've been out of that life. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, I don't know. It's just there's something bringing them back to wherever they're from.
I just can't imagine my daughter, saying, "Mom, why are you marrying my ex-boyfriend?"
No. No. It's crazy. And a lot of people were pointing out that Miley Cyrus, when she won her first Grammys a couple weeks ago, thanked everybody in her family except her dad. So I don't know what's going on with Billy Ray's relationship with the kids and whatnot, but
Well, maybe it has something to do with Miss Fire Rose.
maybe.
I mean, you remember that when that Billy Ray Cyrus picture with Fire Rose came out because had they gotten engaged or they just gotten married like out in the woods or something?
Yeah, I think they were engaged.
Yeah. I mean, it looks so ridiculous.
He's got his braids, like his Pippi Longstocking braids, and they're talking about how they're each other's like wolf moons, in partnership. It was like some wacky.
And she's a lot younger, right, than he is.
Yeah. A musician, and I think they started because he was going to like sort of mentor her as her, singing advisor, and they ended up falling in love.
So many relationships start that way.
Yeah.
Well, I was mentoring her. Oh, okay.
Really? Yeah. So
that's the way Celine Dion and her husband Renee, right? Didn't they get started that way because she was a teenager? He was their manager or something?
she was like 16 or something.
I was thinking like 13 or 14. Yeah. Now, it never said they did anything while she was a teenager, but they fell in love, as she became an adult. That would be weird too.
Yeah.
If you've been basically a father figure to a teenage girl, and then the minute she becomes an adult and legal, you start dating her and fall in love.
Yeah, and I guess they don't get as much scrutiny because they stayed together.
Yeah.
Until he died.
I guess.
Yeah, they kind of skated over that.
Because they're rich and famous, and because women love Celine Dion.
Oh, that's interesting.
If their fan base, if a celebrity's fan base is not even a majority, but a large part women, celebrities get a bigger pass more often for trashy behavior.
Yeah.
Like, look at Bradley Cooper. What was that we had today about him? What did he do?
Talking about his kid on the podcast.
So he had to learn how to love his kid.
Basically.
Yeah. But his fan base, they're women.
Yeah.
A lot of them. He'll get a pass for that.
Yeah.
And looks has a lot to do with it, too. That's why he has such a big woman fan base.
Yeah. And he's now dating. He's got to be or close to 50, somewhere in his 40s probably. He's dating Gigi Hadid, who is in her 20s. Mm-hmm. So,
but like that Renee and God rest his soul, and Celine Dion situation, if the roles were reversed, and let's say it was, I don't know, Scooter Braun as a manager, and then he was the manager and agent and all of that kind of stuff for a teenage pop star, made her into a star, remained her agent and manager until she turned 18, and then they started dating and fell in love and whatever. It wouldn't receive the same type of treatment as Celine Dion's situation. I mean, they'd be, people would be calling him all kinds of, bad. Oh, he groomed her and
why's your name Scooter anyway? I knew something was off about him. There's a valid argument. Why are you still named Scooter?
But if women like you more, that's your big fan base, you get a pass on things,
Yeah.
On trashy behavior, yeah.
Yeah.
And you said that there was something that fascinated you about Ricky Martin, that he announced it, and he was talking about it in an interview or something, that he has a foot fetish.
He's got a foot fetish. Ricky Martin.
Yeah. I knew that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, for years.
That's been out there?
No, not really.
What do you mean?
He told us. He was on our show back during La Vida Loca days. I mean, he was huge and still pretending like he wasn't gay. And so I asked him on the air when Nathan and I interviewed him, hey, what is it that you got? Because, I mean, there's no denying the fact that, his career was hot. His music was cool. He's just absolutely perfect looking, Like, what do you look for? What's the main thing that you look for in a woman with all these women throwing themselves at you and everything? What do they have to have? And he said, it's all about the toes, bro. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's all about the toes. You gotta have nice toes, man.
Oh gosh.
And
that
what
makes
year
it
was that during La Vida Loca? And he just told
98, 99 probably.
Yeah.
97 maybe.
But again, it was when he was still like people didn't know he was gay.
I never knew he was gay. Never. And everybody was like, how would you not know?
When did you find out?
When I was working as an intern on the show. There was I won't say who it was, but there was a manager in for another popular celebrity at the time. And I walked into a conversation and they were talking about celebrities that had been on the show. And Ricky's name was brought up. And she goes, well, yeah, he's gay or something like that. And I guess my reaction to it was so over the top. She goes, you didn't know that? And I was like, I've never heard that. Never even had an inkling that he was gay. He's in that La Vida Loca, women, they're pouring candle wax on each other. It was like a very sexy thing. I just never even had an inkling that he was gay.
And, I didn't really either until he came out, because people don't understand this, who always accuse everybody of being homophobic when they're not, that people don't sit around all the time and try to figure out whether somebody's gay or not, or out them or anything like that. Straight people don't do it. We're not out there doing that. So I didn't even think about it. I thought, well, he's got, this or that's maybe a little effeminate or whatever, but Garth Brooks has some effeminate mannerisms and things.
Sure.
I never thought he was gay.
No. But what is the, my fascination with it was that I've never heard of a dude being into another dude's feet.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear about foot freaks, they're always pervert guys
on
trying
women.
to get on women. I've never heard of a gay foot freak. That means he likes dudes' feet.
Yeah.
And is there anything less attractive than a dude's foot? I mean, you might have nice feet, but what the hell is that?
I'm thinking though, if you're Ricky Martin, is he married? Does he have a husband? If you're Ricky Martin, you can make sure that they're getting regular pedicures and all of that stuff.
I mean, hair on the toes.
Get that waxed.
Gross.
You got to get that waxed, I'm sure.
You don't think
Unless he likes the manly looking, like hairy, big feet.
Yeah, why would you want him to look like pretty and smooth like a woman's foot if you're a gay guy? Why would you not want the most masculine?
Well, I'm just going by Ricky Martin and the type he is. He's a smooth, pretty guy.
I don't know what his husband looks like. Let me see. He might look like old Hank that works down at the Shell station.
Wouldn't that be cool? if it's beautiful Ricky Martin, because he is good looking. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And he comes out and he's got a guy on his arm for an award show, like the Latin Grammys or something. It's just this big old fat, burly guy. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, this is my husband, Daryl. How y'all doing?
Yeah, that would be weird. But the first thing that when I knew that Ricky Martin was gay, I don't think he had announced it yet. But I saw some pictures of him in the Us Weekly magazine doing Tybo on the beach in some trunk style swimsuits. In a trunk style swimsuit,
the shorty, sporty,
and tight, yeah, like shaped like briefs, not a Speedo type, but more like if you're wearing briefs or like short boxer briefs.
Yeah.
And I said then, I bet, Ricky's gay.
That's what tipped you off.
He's doing Tai Chi on the beach in that outfit.
Oh, Tai Chi. You said Tai Bo.
Oh, no.
Seeing anybody
Tai Chi.
Anybody doing Tai Bo on the beach, I'm like, you're gay. Really? So that tipped you up. But he was not with a woman when he was hot in the late 90s. He was never.
See, that was, one of the things that, everybody, would say, why is, he's so good looking. He's got all these women at his disposal. Why is he not settling down with somebody, or why is he not? But I don't remember, because I didn't worry about it that much. I don't remember whether he had a girlfriend. Elton John used to be married and stuff. So did Freddie Mercury. So
Elton John was married to a woman?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he didn't. Elton John didn't come out until after he was already a star.
Really?
But yeah, I can't remember if Ricky Martin had a girlfriend or not, for public reasons.
Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell
Right.
dated a guy for a couple years.
Yeah. Lucky guy. Was that back when Rosie was still funny and likable?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's getting kind of back into the likable. Like the older she's gotten, I think the more she realizes how politically stupid she was for so many years. Because I've seen some things of her where she sounds, kind of like a rational person.
Oh, I used to love her when I was a kid.
Yeah.
She was so fun.
She would have said you were a cutie patootie.
Cutie patootie.
But yeah, her afternoon talk show was, that was huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And she used to pretend, and that was even when didn't people know she was gay then when she would try to pretend that she liked Tom Cruise and all that?
She says that's all true. Like I did have a crush. She goes, I didn't want to have sex with the guy, but if he was coming, she really found him attractive. And yeah, she always says like nobody ever asked about the sex thing because no one ever brought it up. She goes, one time I was on a talk show and they said, are you dating anybody? And she goes, I'm dating around. And that's kind of where it ended. I think it was Arsenio Hall. But as she talked to me, she goes, it just wasn't a big deal. You didn't talk about it really, but it wasn't a big thing.
I don't know that I've ever asked a celebrity about their love life. Unless it was, unless it was public, like, they were out there dating someone who was famous or if they're married to a famous person, anything like that. But I wouldn't, if just asking a celebrity in an interview, are you dating anybody? Ellen used to make me uncomfortable with that. She would just hound people and rumors you're dating this person. Are you guys dating? And then they obviously didn't want to talk about it. And then they would go on to something else and she'd bring it back up. Like everybody wants to know. And you're taught that's what you're supposed to do when you're interviewing a celebrity. You got to get the information that people really want to know about. But I look at it like I want to get information that I want to know about.
Yeah. I get that.
Because, I don't like confrontation anyway. I don't like conflict. So I wouldn't want to, end up with it. But even though that would be what would get the most attention.
Yeah.
If I ended up in a little tizzy with Rosie O'Donnell or whatever.
Wendy Williams was great. She would dog you out and get whatever and say whatever.
Have you seen any clips or anything from that show
Yes.
about her?
It's sad.
My wife's into it a lot. And,
It's sad and depressing, but it looks like she needed a paycheck, so she's willing to put these aspects of her life on display. But it is a fall from grace.
I'm just, the thing about everything that's happened with Wendy Williams and when she was, her great career and then the people not liking her and having, so much conflict with celebrities and this, that, and the other and some of the outrageous behavior, all the way now to her dementia or whatever the official name of it is that causes dementia. The thing that stands out to me that I think should be remembered the most about Wendy Williams is that she absolutely loved me.
How you doing?
Didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she and her husband at the time, he thought I was really funny.
Really?
But then I hate telling people that because then he turned out to be like a shithead.
Yeah. Cheating on her many years. Had a baby with another woman. Spent Wendy's money.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But none of that matters if he thought I was funny. He's obviously smart.
Yeah.
But Jody did say that in that show, she, if she doesn't know people, like people that come over to her house, she can be rude to them or her handlers or whatever. But she said when fans approach her, that she's still super sweet to them. And she may say something kind of out of her head and all that, but she's never rude to them.
That's good.
Like she just, Jody thinks that's why she goes out in public is because she needs that, that feedback from people.
Yeah. She was I told her they used to do this series where Wendy would go shopping. Yeah. And it would just be like her walking around a Walgreens. And they would post it on her YouTube channel. I thought it was the most first of all, she's this imposing figure. She's tall, broad shoulders with the wig and the makeup and
huge boobs on.
Yes, it's just a sight to take in. Mm-hmm. So seeing her with like a feather boa on, walking around Walgreens looking for Q-tips, it's just it's like a. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was fascinating. I told her, I said, "That's a great series," and she goes, "Oh, thank you."
Man, if I had a cameraman, I'd do that.
Yeah,
because I don't look like I belong in a Walgreens. Look at me with a merch hoodie from my little friend Jenny's gym and a hat from Amanda Riggins' barbecue charity thing that she does for first responders. I don't look like I belong in there. I'm high class.
Yeah.
High class.
So what am I doing in this Walgreens? I should be at Bergdorf Goodman.
Or damn Tiffany's or something.
Tiffany's. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a really, really funny story about some, what I think are perverted wildlife photographers.
Ugh.
This is going to be something you're going to be telling people, hey, you need to listen to that podcast because they talk about things like this. It's going to be legendary. Coming up next.
TJ's Podcast.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today. You could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
Your New Year's resolution is in full swing, and you are trying to lose weight. Help yourself with Calitrin. Calitrin is the safe, effective way to lose weight. When you buy 3 months supply right now, you'll get 3 months free. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it now at acetj.com/weight loss. Calitrin.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
Hey. Trying to get my little stopwatch going here. It's so difficult. Just another obstacle in my life. Operating an old school stopwatch.
You see that message we got from a listener named Faith?
No.
They're proud to be a TJ Fanatico.
No way. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Coming out of the woodwork.
Fanaticos. The Fanaticos. Where is that message? Could I see it?
On social media, I think it's on our Facebook page.
Oh, I can see those.
Instagram DMs. I'm not sure.
I can see those. So, something has happened in the wildlife. Now, I'm not talking about the wildlife of, going clubbing every Friday and Saturday.
The wildlife.
I'm not talking about that wildlife, man. I'm talking about the wildlife of nature. 2 wildlife photographers have captured a sighting of a humpback whale's penis. Now, that has happened before. But let me just read at the article here from The Guardian. Humpback whales have been observed having sex for the first time, with this landmark moment having an interesting twist. Despite decades of research on humpback whales, sightings of the male's penis, do they really have to say the male's penis? Is that necessary or is that redundant?
It would seem redundant.
Yeah. Clean this up. Clean up this language, Guardian. Sightings of the male's penis have been rare. Copulation by the species had not been documented by people until now, when 2 photographers captured images of a sexual encounter between 2 whales off the coast of Hawaii. The sighting, confirmed by scientists in a newly published study, occurred in January of 2022 in waters west of the island of Maui. The two whales approached and circled a boat before engaging in sexual activity about 3 to 5 meters below the vessel. That's about 9 to 16 feet.
Okay.
If you're not a commie. Both of the whales were male, which makes the photos taken by Lyle Kranenfeld and Brandy Romano the first evidence of homosexual behavior in humpback whales, as well as the first sighting of sex in the species. Now, they've seen the penis rarely,
Yeah.
but never seen humping with the humpback whales.
Right.
Homosexual behavior is common in the animal kingdom and has been spotted among dolphins and orca whales, but never previously between two humpback whales. Stephanie Stack, if you put an ED on the end of that, it would sound like a porn name. Stephanie Stacked. Stephanie Stack, a whale researcher at the Pacific Whale Foundation and lead author of the new paper, said that the sexual behavior of humpback whales had, quote, remained mostly a mystery until now. This discovery challenged our preconceived notions about humpback whale behavior. While we have long recognized the complex social structures of these incredible creatures, witnessing the copulation of two male whales for the first time is a unique and remarkable event. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So the way they say this happened is that these two males approach the boat. You know, like it's like Only Whales or something.
Yeah,
like they're trying to put on a show.
We're going to do this right here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, boys.
Whew. Y'all want to see it? We about to make y'all millionaires.
Hell yeah. They don't call them humpbacks for nothing.
We ain't even gay. We just doing this for fun. just for your benefit. Humpback whales are hefty lovers, measuring up to 52 feet in length and weighing as much as 36 tons.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the weight of several school buses. The species typically spends the summer feeding in polar waters before migrating to warmer tropical climates during fall and winter. Once threatened by commercial whaling, humpback numbers have rebounded in recent years. So there's a part in here that is, okay, hold on. During the intimate encounter, one of the whales was seen to be holding the other in place with its pectoral fins while penetrating it. The whale underneath appeared to be ailing, being noticeably emaciated and covered in whale lice.
This sounds
It sounds like a rape.
It's starting to sound like a rape.
Yeah, it's like prison whale.
He held him down,
Yeah.
a sickly whale, and penetrated him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Rather than still pictures, I wonder if they got video too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe they just say photographers, so I assume they were just taking pictures, but that could mean video people too, a video photographer.
Sure.
So I want to see this. I wonder how much they charge to watch it.
Please. I got video on my phone.
The penises of male humpback whales are usually concealed in what is known as a genital slit to make it more streamlined while swimming. If it's that big that you got to hide it away so you can swim right, why don't you just use it as an udder?
Yeah. Right.
Like cheetahs use their tails to do that when they're turning quickly. Mm-hmm. Did I say, is it udder or rudder? A rudder, not an udder. An udder's on a cow. An unsheathed penis has only been witnessed a small number of times in the past, once while a whale was urinating. Wonder what that looks like.
Just peeing.
Yeah, how
Like a
much
fire
too?
hose.
Yeah, how much comes out of that? A 36-ton whale.
Gallons.
How big must their bladder be? I can't believe you don't know that.
I don't know.
Why would you not know that? According to the new research paper, said humpback whales could use the genital slit or anus for same-sex copulation to practice reproductive behaviors or to form a social alliance or assert a sort of dominance. So like prison.
That's what this is sounding like.
And they sound like they're all for it.
Yeah. I want to know what he's been doing with these pictures. The pictures were captured in January
Yeah.
of 2022. He's been sitting on them for a few years, probably. Oh, my gosh. I've been waiting to see a whale penis for so long.
So it doesn't say that that's what they were out there to capture. It just says that they captured it. So they could have been, bird watching or something
Sure.
out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
A lot of birds out there.
That's disgusting, man. Oof.
How do you know a whale is emaciated? I guess if you're trained in that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But here's my question. This is fascinating and all that, but what good does it do us as humans living day-to-day lives that this has been captured, this footage?
Well, like you said, they might not have been looking for that. It's just sort of a side benefit. Maybe they were tracking migration of another animal or something, and they captured it. But I don't know. If you gather enough research about their penis, maybe you learn something about other people's penises.
You don't think they're just a bunch of perverts?
I mean, sitting on the pictures for 2 years seems a little pervy to me. Why wouldn't you just hand those over the moment you got back on land? By the way, I got to tell y'all, 2 years ago, I did capture something you've been wanting to see. The genital slit.
Or is it the other people? They came out and said, look what we got. And they go, we need to study that for a while. They're the ones to authenticate it and do all of that.
I need to study this at my one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, I need to make sure that is an unsheathed penis.
This is so rare. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. What is that?
And I like
what is the
nature.
benefit? I don't know.
I like nature shows and things like that. But I've noticed that in Shark Week, they go out there and they got all this money they're spending on researching these sharks. And okay, well, they can jump out of the water. All right. Now, how are we using that in human life to better human life?
I don't know.
Just for entertainment?
No. Maybe
Well-
I don't know. Finding new ways to preserve the animals and stuff like that.
You keep up with this kind of stuff more than I do.
Yeah.
But do animal rights activists, PETA people and all of that, do they come down on these people who make these documentaries for using animals for entertainment?
I don't know.
Because they'll go out and make these documentaries that are just for Shark Week, things like that. And it's for entertainment. They're pulling them out of the water. They're tagging them. They're doing all this other stuff.
Yeah, the mission is conservation, so they might
Right.
take a...
That's how they get out of it.
Maybe. I don't know, though. I've never seen them make a statement about Shark Week or anything like that, but that's a good question.
I bet they don't. I bet Shark Week gets a pass, even though that's what they're doing. They're just using it for entertainment.
Yeah, but I bet Shark Week Discovery says, like, hey, whatever profits we make off of Shark Week, we're going to give it back to conservation efforts and things like that. So I don't know, though.
Nah. That would be dumb if they did that.
Why?
Because they make so much money for the company off of that Shark Week and everything. Why would they give it to some shark conservation
Keep
thing?
PETA off their ass.
See, the reason that PETA is threatening to some people is because people have allowed it. They've allowed these nut jobs, these clowns, to disrupt their way of doing business and everything. It's like, oh, we can't get the bad publicity from PETA. If people a long time ago would have just said, hey, you little waifs, get off my steps of my business here, but they catered to them and okay. See, that's what comes from having to say that you've got respect for everybody's argument. I respect your argument. I don't play that. If your argument's just stupid, how am I going to have respect for it? If it's stupid and dangerous, I don't respect that.
Yeah. I don't know.
You want to throw blood on old celebrities for wearing fur coats and all that? Yeah.
But in their name, I always think about it. It's like, who could be against it? It's People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, that's me. I'm for the ethical treatment of animals. But then you find out they're, throwing blood and flour on Adam Levine. It's like, what is throwing flour on Adam Levine when he's walking the, red carpet? What does that do? I don't know. Nothing.
They
Brings
wouldn't do
attention to it.
it. They wouldn't do it to Dr. Dre.
Maybe not.
No, I know they wouldn't. You don't ever hear them doing anything to, back when rappers would show up in fur coats and things like that. They wouldn't do all that. Then they'd wait for one of the Golden Girls to show up at an event and throw paint on her. But that's the way they do, though. They'll pick all of these types of groups, pick these names that just make it seem like you're against the ethical treatment of animals. How horrible! And you always have to say, "I'm against the group," not the verb.
Yeah. Yeah. I think some of their causes are certainly better than others, but the way they go about handling is never makes them look good.
Yes, because they're weird. Weird people, I think, get too much acceptance in the mainstream. Yeah. If you're weird, people should just, get out of here, weirdo. Peculiar people, they get on my damn nerves. A peculiar person will get on my damn nerves so fast. Like, why you gotta be weird? And we've had them through the years when we would show, and we love and appreciate anybody who has ever supported us on the radio or in the podcasts or websites or any of that kind of stuff. But there were certain people that would show up at events where we would be and just walk up and say hi and then stare at us like, okay, now you talk the rest of the time and entertain me, and I'm not going to respond to anything, and whatever. And we never got mad at them and all that, but it was off-putting, It's like, we don't, and that's why I say that we're promoting an event. If you want these tickets, you want to win tickets to this event, don't be weird.
Please don't.
But do weird people, like truly weird people, know that they're weird?
No.
Who do you think is the weirdest person that is on Ace and TJ various shows?
That's a good question.
If you had to pick the weirdest person.
That's a good question. I don't know the answer. I mean, I could point out weird things about everybody, but who's got the most of them? I guess that's how I would have to do it. I don't know.
There's nothing weird about me, so I don't know what you mean by everybody.
Who would you say is the weirdest?
According to social norms, I would say Rob.
Yeah.
And I would say it with him in the other room as if he can't hear me.
Within earshot.
But he'd probably say himself too.
Yeah, he definitely would.
Because that's how weird he is.
Well, yeah. Well, he's totally embraced it. He's so confident.
Yeah.
You're not going to surprise him with that news. He'll be like, yeah, I'm weird.
I think you're pretty weird.
You think?
Yeah.
In what way?
Your dark desires.
Dark desires. To see a male whale penis?
Yeah. We don't know what goes on in that house.
I think I'm the most normal.
No way.
Yeah.
No, I am. I'm the most normal. Not in the way that I think about things. The way that I think about things probably be considered the weirdest.
Yeah.
But in actions, yeah, I'm the most normal. And being able to tell other people when they're weird, that's how you know if you're the normal one. Because you can point out when other people are weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I can find some weird things about you.
No.
Okay.
Many have tried, and I've denied all of them. See?
I mean, you've got a packet of seasoning in your pocket right now. That's pretty weird, isn't it?
No. It's smart. It's
prepared.
Smart. I always have, and look, it would be a dream of mine for Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning to sponsor something that I'm involved with.
Oh, yeah.
Just to be associated with them, because this is a product that I've used my entire life, and being a Louisianian by birth, everybody uses this product, and now everybody in the country knows about it, and they use it all over the internet. So they're putting Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning in that crock pot with the cream cheese and the shredded cheddar and the cream of mushroom soup or whatever they're making. And I end up getting pissed off about that sometimes. If I'm watching these cooking videos.
Yeah, you're gatekeeping.
I'm just saying, you're making this crappy dish that is just throwing shit in a crock pot that you saw on the internet. You don't even know why the flavors and what they're doing or anything. And that yet you're just going to throw Tony's in it and not appreciate, the greatness that is Tony's. You're just like dumping it in there. You don't know. It's like, God, it's kind of like, if there was a guy one time that was on the news, it was a standoff. He had someone hostage, and they finally got him out. And we lived in Huntsville. They got him out, and the news showed him being led away in handcuffs, and he was wearing an Ace and TJ T-shirt. And then, to me, that's like somebody who doesn't know how to cook using Tony's.
You feel an ownership over it. Yeah, I get it.
But I'm just saying that I went through all of that to tell you that I'm not saying this just because it's a sponsor, because they're not a sponsor. I wish they were. But these little individual packets of Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning I take into restaurants and all with me. I always have one in my pocket in case a burger breaks out somewhere. And I need it.
In case I just stumble upon a shrimp boil or a crawfish boil.
Always ready. And you think that's weird?
I think it's odd. It's odd. Come on. It's a little odd. You don't see that?
It's
eccentric.
No, it's what do you call lovably quirky.
Quirky. It is certainly quirky.
Yeah.
Beyonce, I got hot sauce in my bag. Swag. That's what she said. She carries hot sauce around with her.
Yeah. You think she's weird?
No.
Beyonce? I do.
She might be weird.
I'll tell that to the Beehive all day. Y'all all weird. All of you. All right. We got to tell you about something that's happening on tomorrow's podcast. That'll be a first. And since it's a brand new podcast, pretty much everything we do is going to be a first. And this will definitely be a first. It's going to be a little headache for Tech D Rob to get going, but, fingers crossed. We'll tell you what it is next.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
Our friend Richard Ducato from the Richard Ducato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't do that at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Ducato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Ducato Companies.
Your New Year's resolution is in full swing and you are trying to lose weight. Help yourself with Calitrin. Calitrin is the safe, effective way to lose weight. When you buy 3 months supply right now, you'll get 3 months free. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it now at acetj.com/weight loss. Calitrin.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you very much for being a TJ Fanatico. I always love the tongue-in-cheek TJ Fanaticos. Yay. Another thing about the Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning, Well, I said I would love to have them as a sponsor. Even if it's not a lot of money or anything, just as a partnership with something that I love. It wouldn't hurt y'all fanaticos to reach out to the company, bombard them with emails and Instagram messages and all of that, and say, sponsor TJ's podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all gave a shit about me one way or the other, it wouldn't kill you to do that. Are we not doing enough for you? We got 10 shows. Ace and I and Riggins and Wright, we're all doing damn infinity shows, trying to keep you entertained, trying to keep our heads above water here in this crazy, crazy AI chat box world.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure we always have a human connection. So the least you could do is go get me a sponsor. Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning.
Did they sponsor anybody else? Have you ever seen them do ads or anything? You never see commercials for Tony's, and
when they first started, pushing their products nationwide, I saw a couple of TV spots, and they were saying you could put it on this. I remember a woman putting it on fries.
Oh yeah,
in the commercial.
I love it. I put it on tater tots.
Yeah, I mean it's good on anything.
It really is.
Yeah, so they're in Opelousas, Louisiana. You know where that is, Riggins? Opelousas.
Yeah, it's near Buffalo.
Yeah, right there. It's Opelousas is near Lafayette, Breaux Bridge, that area. You remember quarterback Jake Delhomme?
I do.
For the Panthers. That's the area he's from.
Okay.
So it won't kill y'all to do that for me. One little thing, I don't ask anything of you. Okay. Tomorrow on the podcast, it'll be the first time, but not the last, the first time we have a guest on the show, and this is going to be a member of the show that will appear periodically. We have an official, what are we calling him? An official
correspondent?
No, like a legal expert is what it is. A legal expert. He's an attorney, and his name is Wiki Ryan. He's a former intern of our show, and then we taught him how to be an attorney. So he's a slip and fall lawyer. In their business, they call it a personal injury attorney, but other lawyers say slip and fall lawyers. Other people say ambulance chasers, but slip and fall is the official term according to other attorneys. So, he's going to be on via the Zoom and all of that and break down a funny personal injury type case for us.
Cool.
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah. And he was still asking me if Rob had found all those clips that he was wanting of the show. And I said, we've had Rob covered up so much. I don't know what he's been able to do. Been working old Rob to death.
Yes, he's worked to the bone.
Yesterday, I felt bad, but then again, I didn't, because I texted him. He texted me back, and then he was answering my questions, and he said, I don't know, I'm driving home, and I'll check when I get home this time. So, like, maybe one more message back, and then finally I just called him.
Oh,
and
you got to talk to Rob on the phone?
Yeah, because I said, and I apologized. I said, look, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm calling you, but I don't want you texting and driving.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's why I did. I didn't do it just like, I know he's got his phone in his hand, so I'm going to call him. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
I didn't want him texting and driving.
What?
Because he was probably eating something too. He was trying to text, drive, eat, taco or something.
Yeah, I want to talk to Rob on the phone.
You never have?
Only one time, and it was like really briefly.
And I always feel, I don't know why, but I feel guilty anytime I have to call a younger person.
You should. It's like a big
To
undertaking.
make a deal out of it. Like, you notice every time I call you and you answer, I say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit different. I'm pretty good on the phone. I don't pat
Yeah,
myself.
you talk on the phone all the time.
Yeah. And I think it's an asset.
Knowing how to talk on the phone?
Knowing how
Yeah.
to talk on the phone.
Yeah, I do too. That's why we made our kids, when they were little, call businesses and talk to them. Like, do they have this? It's before you could just look up everything on the internet and see what their stock was.
Yeah.
And make them order. Hey, we're having pizza tonight. Okay, you call and order it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So both of my kids are good with talking to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like, oh God, I hate it. But I'm doing it because I'm worried about him. I don't want him being in danger.
Sure.
And I had to know right then.
I'm sure it was pressing. Help me.
Yeah.
Help me.
But everything was okay, and I think he appreciated it.
How long was the phone call? 30 seconds?
Maybe a minute,
Okay.
maybe. But you talk on the phone on a daily basis so much that it would drive me insane to be on the phone as much as you're on the phone. Like talking to every member of your family at some point during the day, and sometimes those are long conversations. Adam is calling, our manager's calling you every day working on projects on the phone.
Yeah. It's a lot of phone time. But luckily, my brothers are also great on the phone. My mom, great on the phone. My dad, not so much.
Yeah. And when you say great on the phone, you mean just being able to keep up the conversation, make it interesting?
They're good, great with chit chat. And it's time waste. I mean, nothing is pressing when I'm talking to them, but they're just, they listen well, and they also ask the right questions to keep it going and give you time to sort of work things out. I don't know. It's just sort of a natural flow that they've all got. And I was lucky enough to have it too.
Now, do they all talk to each other as much as you talk to them?
Yeah.
So it's not like everybody just talks to you because you're the one that they go to for
I
whatever
probably
reason.
talk the least.
Really?
Yeah.
So Kevin and Matt are talking all the time on the phone during the day,
All the time. To my
and your
parents.
mom's talking to them. And okay,
Yeah. It's a lot of phone time.
wow.
But I don't know it any different. It's not like it started later in life. We've just always been on the phone. Mm-hmm. But I know that's not normal for people my age.
Yeah, I'm calling my dad today.
Are you
Yeah,
really?
kind of got an appointment to call him.
When was the last time you talked to your dad?
I think a few months ago, maybe, or Christmas, maybe. I'm not sure. He texts us. We text.
You do?
But I'm trying to think when I actually had a conversation with him was, I think maybe it was at my nephew's wedding. He was there.
Which was before Christmas, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 2 years before Christmas.
2 years. Okay. I didn't remember.
My nephew that got married has been married a little while, and his wife's about to have a baby.
That was the one out in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely I've talked to him. I mean, I've texted him during all of that time, but I'm pretty sure I've talked to him.
So what is the topic of conversation?
Well, he texted me out of the blue a couple months back, and he said, because my grandfather and my grandmother, his parents, died a couple years ago and pretty close together. They died. And so he died first. My granddad died first. And so when my grandmother died, then everything that my grandfather had and all that got divided up at the same time my grandmother's stuff did. So, and I told you that whenever I was visiting one time, that my grandmother told me that, Jody was looking, I love this thing. And she said, well, turn it upside down. And she turned it upside down, like little figurines and stuff. And if it had masking tape on it, then one of her other kids or daughters or grandkids had written their name on it to say, "This, I want this when you die."
Just walking around marking things.
Yeah.
As mine.
Right. So I told him then, hey, if you don't have to worry about me, trying to come over here and argue about your trinkets and things like that. But if you've got something you want to leave me that's sentimental, that's something that means something, it doesn't have to be valuable or anything. I would love to have that. And so my dad texted me and said that he had 2 of my grandfather's guitars, and want to know if my son would want them because he plays the guitar. And one of them is an acoustic guitar that my grandfather made. He built it.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. And then the other was an electric guitar with a big amp. And he said, just let me know, and I can meet Rex and Karen, that's my in-laws, and give it to them because I know they'll be seeing you before I will, so they, whatever, they take it to you. 'Cause you wouldn't ship this stuff. I mean, it's so expensive to do it. Well, they met up, I think, last weekend, and they got the guitars and the amp and stuff. Jody's parents did. And so my dad texted me yesterday and said, hey, if you or Aiden want to know the story behind those guitars and, Granddad's story about, how he played and how he came about doing all that, just give me a call. One of y'all give me a call. And so I texted him back later and I said, are you available during the day? Because, after a certain time, I'm out of it. I go to bed so early. He said, yes. And I said, well, what's a good time? He goes, whenever. Oh. So I guess I'll call him today.
Okay.
If I have time. I'm busy. I'm a busy man.
Sure. Wow.
I know. We're not close anymore.
Yeah.
Now my nephew's about to celebrate his 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
And that's the last time I saw him at their wedding.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's good, though. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested, and I want to know if there's some kind of a story I don't know about my grandfather.
There must be. Or this is a way of breaking re-breaking the ice again.
But both of my grandparents, like his parents, were brilliant. They just IQ through the roof. Hers a little more than his, but both just like my grandfather could do anything, and my dad's the same way. So if he decided, hey, I'm going to learn to play the guitar, he'd play the guitar. You know what? I need to build a guitar, and he could do that. I mean, it's just one of those kinds of people that just look and go, yeah, I think I can do that, and then do it. Yeah. Like I am when it comes to building things, and
just like
and tinkering with an old motor or something.
Yeah, that's you.
So Riggins is all fired up about. Did you just find this guy on the internets?
Yeah. I look around. I'm always on the internet, social media, and things like that. There's a guy. He's got like 40,000 followers, and his name is Bobby. And his thing is. All he does is collect new and vintage box fans. He's called Bobby the Fan Collector. And I was like,
they have to be box fans.
I'm pretty sure they're all box fans. Okay. And I always think of Rob with his box fan, that he takes everywhere with him. But here's a clip of Bobby the Fan Collector.
Hi everybody, so I got some fans running today, and I'm going to show you which ones I got running. Over here, we have an 86 Galaxy box fan, model 3713, running on medium. The 2001 Lasco Premium box fan, model 3723, running on medium. The 2004 Duracraft 12-inch oscillating table fan, running on high. Yeah. Blowing up some nice cool air in my room here. And last but not least, we got the 1995 Windmere 12-inch rotating grill box fan, running on high. It's a 60-degree day out, so I figured I'd run some fans today, so hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.
That's cool.
Yeah, and everybody's like super kind.
Yeah.
They're like, that's amazing. Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess not all box fans. He did have an oscillating one up on his desk.
And they're all blowing at him at the same time?
It looks that way, and they're all like in his room. Somebody said, I bet you sleep like a champion.
Yeah.
With the sound and just the breeze of the fan.
But you know what? I think that's great to have that kind of an interest in something and a hobby. I'm sure he tracks these things down.
Oh yeah.
Or people probably now will tell him, I've got this fan, if you want it.
Found it in my grandma's basement. It looks old. There was a guy that blew up on TikTok. He collected vacuum cleaners. But the difference was he was always using them in the house. So I guess it's like, well, you always got a vacuum floor, but constantly he's vacuuming. He had dozens of them.
Well, I have a collection of antique radios.
How many is in that collection?
2.
Oh. Is it a collection where you've got 2?
How many does it take to be a collection?
I would say, I think it probably, I don't know.
Because, how they say that it's 3 murders that make somebody a serial killer.
Sure.
It's not a serial killer until they got 3.
Yeah.
So what is a collection?
Oh, more than, maybe 3.
You think?
Yeah.
So I need 1 more to call it my antique radio collection.
Yeah, 2, I don't know, qualifies as a collection. You just got 2 antique radios. I think.
But one of them's foreign.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. German.
Oh.
My wife's grandfather got it in the war.
You kill a Nazi for it?
Probably did. It's probably got Nazi blood all over it.
We killing Nazis today.
But yeah, all the writing on it is in German and
Really?
stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm gonna see somebody wants it.
Yeah. Do you? Is it a prized possession for you?
Yeah, it's. I love it.
You do.
But I don't know if you call it a prized possession if I wasn't close with him. He left me that, gave me that. Well, he gave it to me before he died. But since he wasn't close, we weren't a close relationship. Does it count as a prized possession, or is it just the possession itself that counts?
No, I think it counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sell it.
I will be selling it.
Yeah.
However, it is a prized possession, but I will be selling it.
I've never understood why somebody would have something and a person come along and say, look, I'll give you, and it's an enormous amount of money for it. And they say, no, I can't part with it. Like a baseball card or something like that. Yeah. Sell it. I would be selling that shit so fast.
Yeah.
Like I tried to tell my son when he got that Pokemon that was worth, $400 just for that card when he first got it. I said, go sell it. It's going to get more valuable. It'll increase. And then now it's probably like $10.
Is it? It went down that much?
I'm sure.
Don't let him gamble ever. There was a guy on this videos floating around TikTok of what's the thing where they bring in items and they appraise them on TV?
Oh, Antique Roadshow.
Antique Roadshow, and this guy's old guy. He's like looks like the little old man from Up. He's been carrying this sword around for decades, and it's heavy, and he's got to have his nephews or his grandchildren come lift this thing onto the table. And he's like, well, I've had it the most of my life. We've just never had it appraised. And the guy looks at it, and they do testing on it. And he's like, it's basically worthless. And he's been carrying this 100-pound sword around for 65 years. It's like, it's junk.
He's having to rent a trailer to take it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, people are laughing at it like, oh, terrible.
Jody's got a new person that she's all into on social media.
Who?
His name's Jacob. He's a little Irish kid with glasses, and he's really cute. And that accent also makes him cute. Sure. He's probably a little shithead. No, I think he's. It looks like he's about 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 or 6. And yeah, she just loves him, and she'll send me clips of him, from his videos and all that. I'm like, Jody, don't you know that there's adult material out there you could be watching? Why you got to be wholesome all the time?
Yeah, that's what she likes. I get very self-conscious. If I'm about to send out a TikTok to somebody else, I want to make sure, I feel incredible pressure to make sure that it's a good one. Mm-hmm. Any kind of recommendation, really.
I thought you were going to say to make sure I don't send the wrong clip.
No.
And send them some porn or something.
No, but I feel immense pressure before I do that, because I'm immediately thinking, oh, they're going to think that's so stupid and not funny. So what ends up happening is I don't ever send it.
But my kids send you that stuff all the time, like both of them, right?
I get it randomly. They both send me different things through DMs or through text message.
And then you'll say, hey, did Aiden show you that video? And I go, no.
Yeah. Well, some of the humor stuff, it's hard to describe. So I'm like, oh yeah, like that's what's funny. And it's so off the wall that it's even hard to describe. But they're funny. I get why people laugh at them.
Oh, real quick before we end the podcast today, where are we on getting Mr. Beast on the show? Are you anywhere close?
His people have not called me.
Okay,
but we'll figure out a strategy. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do anything, Riggins. You're like my grandfather. You can do anything. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will talk to you tomorrow with a brand new feature on TJ's podcast. Love you. Bye.
Thanks for being a TJ Fanatico. More TJ's podcast next.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't do that at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Toccato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Your New Year's resolution is in full swing and you are trying to lose weight. Help yourself with Calitrin. Calitrin is the safe, effective way to lose weight. When you buy 3 months supply right now, you'll get 3 months free. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it now at acetj.com/weight loss. Calitrin.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Just because it's winter doesn't mean this is any time to stay inside and just let the days go by. AceTJ.com/Gaston has the list of everything you can be doing right now. The memories you can be making with your family in Gaston County. AceTJ.com/Gaston. Top of every hour, you get caught up on the hottest trending topics in the world thanks to Riggins and Now Trending, sponsored by Culver's. The freshest ingredients all day, every day. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Find details at acetj.com/Culver's. If you've got nagging pain, you can get rid of that nagging pain thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic with an over 93% success rate. Set up a free consultation today at acetj.com/Neogenics, Neogenix.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Hey, here's something very special that you do not need to miss. That is being part of the Ace and TJ family's newest show, the Ace and TJ Experience.
Space for the shows will be limited. It is by invitation only. Get signed up now at acetj.com/experience.
The Week in Review is sponsored by Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms and incredible dining options. Book now by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Get your home secured for less than $1 a day with no installation or equipment charges and a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You can get security for your home. 800-915-8941. 800-915-8941.
The Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato. Finding a great home loan can be so much simpler with the help of Richard Toccato. Go to acetj.com/Toccato or call 704-800-4719. Again, that's acetj.com/Toccato.